In 2011, on the 15th anniversary week of the original Woodsboro murders, 2 high school students are murdered by Ghostface. Sydney Prescott returns to Woodsboro the next day to promote her book with her publicist, Rebecca Walters. After evidence is found in her rental car, Sydney becomes a suspect in the murders and must stay in town until they are solved. Sydney's cousin, Jill Roberts, who is coping with the infidelity of her ex-boyfriend Trevor, gets a threatening phone call from Ghostface, as does her friend Olivia. Jill and Olivia, alongside their friend Kirby Reed, are questioned about their calls by Dewey Riley, now the town's sheriff, while his deputies Judy Hicks, Anthony Perkins, and Haas assist him in the case. Gail Weathers, Dewey's wife, is struggling with writer's block and decides to investigate the murders against her husband's wishes. Sydney stays over with Jill and her mother, Sydney's Aunt Kate. That night, Olivia is killed by Ghostface as Jill and Kirby watch in horror from across the street. Sydney herself is then confronted by Ghostface, and they fight until Ghostface is forced to flee when Perkins and Haas arrive. At the hospital, Sydney fires Rebecca after learning of her desire to exploit the murders to increase book sales, and Rebecca is subsequently murdered by Ghostface at a parking garage. Gail enlists the help of 2 high school movie fanatics, Charlie Walker and Robbie Mercer. Charlie theorizes that the killer is following the rules of horror remakes, and Gail and Sydney conclude that the killer will likely strike at the Stabathon, a screening party held in a barn where teenagers gather to binge watch all movies in the Stab franchise. Gail sneaks into the party to investigate, but Ghostface attacks her, stabbing her in the shoulder. Haas and Perkins, who were assigned to guard Jill's house, are also murdered. Sydney discovers through another taunting call from Ghostface that Jill has left for Kirby's house, before Ghostface attacks her and Kate, killing Kate. Jill, Kirby, Charlie, Robbie, and Trevor are at an after party at Kirby's house when Ghostface strikes, killing a drunken Robbie. Sydney arrives to leave with Jill, but they are both chased by Ghostface. As Sydney calls Dewey and tries to find Jill, Kirby frees Charlie, who was bound and gagged, but he immediately stabs her, revealing himself as Ghostface, before leaving her to bleed out. Sydney is confronted by Charlie and a second Ghostface, who reveals herself as Jill. Jill admits to masterminding the murders out of jealousy from the fame that Sydney received for surviving the previous killing sprees, and desires to achieve fame as a pseudo-victim of the murders, intending to frame Trevor as Ghostface. Jill kills Trevor and betrays Charlie, stabbing him to death to pin him as Trevor's accomplice, so she can be the sole survivor. She stabs Sydney and then stabs herself to frame Trevor further. Dewey and the police arrive as Sydney and Jill are taken to the hospital. After discovering that Sydney has survived, an enraged Jill goes to her hospital room and makes a final attempt to kill Sydney. Dewey, Gail, and Judy intervene, having been clued in by the fact that Jill somehow knew exactly where Gail was stabbed. Jill subdues Dewey and Hicks and holds Gail at gunpoint, but Sydney incapacitates Jill with a defibrillator and ultimately kills her by shooting her in the heart. Dewey calls in all police units as reporters outside wrongly name Jill as the sole surviving hero.